Here we go. Ryan Moore will put it into play. And Ryan, who has spent a lot of time warming up for this match, is into it. He is motivated. He wants this. As he puts it into play, try to go along the wall, doesn't connect, and it comes back to Hueltner.
So many stories to tell here. Erik and Tony moved from Wisconsin together.
Yep.
These are dear friends. They're roommates forever. Ryan and Tony have an illustrious history of competing against each other since teenagers, right?
Ryan, the tapped series. Try to take it out to that far side, knocked down and taken away by Hueltner.
Now let's look at some nuance. Erik Hueltner is an unflappable goalie. He's a positional defense goalie. He's not going to be terrified of Ryan's intimidating ball handling, right?
Nope, he's going to ignore it for the most part. Because it really is a lot of distraction, misdirection, if you will. Ryan will have another opportunity here. And it's always, of course, a lot of fun to watch Tony versus Ryan, one of the great matchups in the history of the sport. Ryan again aggressively walks it, looks for the hole, trying to come near side and posting up and making the block is Hueltner. Watch this as Erik shows it to him and then takes it away. Erik will put the ball back into play.
Erik's going to be, he's a premier goalie. Looking for the clear, looking for the smart play to get the ball to Tony.
Got shot down the middle on goal. Rebound scooped up by Spredeman, who will shoot against Kane. Gabriel, also an outstanding goalie. And Tony comes back down the middle to make it 1-0. Tony using Kane's speed against him and his reaction time against him a little bit. Fakes far, comes down the middle. It's 1-0.
Let me tell you what I love about this, Jim. Ryan Moore, there's different versions of Ryan Moore. And certain versions of Ryan Moore are the most lethal offensive weapon on the planet. And this version of Ryan Moore really wants this championship.
And that bounce pass gets through. This was not an intentional shot, just a misexecuted pass that gets in to make it 2-0.
Ryan's fully amped up, Jim.
Really is.
Yep.
I'd have to reel it in a little bit. Shot down the middle by Hueltner off the corner, comes back towards Erik. And Erik, again, we've talked about it, one of the real pure goalies. Not a bad forward. He can get up there and play a little bit, but he is a goalie. In his mind, he embraces the idea that I am a goalie.
Proud.
Almost 1970s style.
Yeah,
you know?
proud throwback goalie personality.
And Kane has kind of become that. And Kane, of course, Kane and Ryan, former national champions together. Again, Ryan aggressively walking. And slams it home, dead man, near side.
And we're gonna get loud, Ryan. But hey, I'm excited for this version of Ryan. It's a highly motivated version of Ryan. And you know what it does? It gives validity to this championship.
Yeah.
He wants to be the first Tornado World Series Open Doubles champion.
Again, you know, Erik will post him up every time. If Ryan can hit it, you say good shot. Most players cannot consistently hit that dead man. Ryan fires it home far side. Ryan Moore putting on a show on this possession as he taps, and drills.
About 5 hours ago, Ryan told me he needed to be loud and he needed to be a villain because Tornado lost its villains. Football lost its villains.
Once Bobby Diaz
and Johnny Horton.
And Horton. Yeah. So he wants to be intentionally a villain, not organically.
He said Horton, by the way. He didn't say Bobby, he said Horton. So there's villains. You want to compare yourself to a villain.
Yeah, for sure. And Ryan now looks to give his team the lead, and he does, finding a very tight hole down the middle here. Watch this. Ryan celebrates.
So we're getting the loud, entertaining, energetic Ryan Moore. But you know what you got to be wary of? That can go two ways. Tony might flip out. Tony might just be like, you know what? This is on. It'll fire him. Look at him. See him? See him?
Yeah.
Getting
Well,
fired
he felt
up.
there was a jar. He did look up at Tom on one of those passes. Tom just sort of looks at the table.
5 seconds.
Tom was not afraid to call a jar. I'm willing to guess there wasn't a jar.
Yeah.
But if it fires up Tony, it fires up Tony.
Yeah, that's right. All of the above, I agree. Tony can't connect on that pass through the middle. Comes back to Gabriel. Kane will set up a push shot in most situations, although a pull shot in the middle here, trying to bring that one down the middle. Blocked with a 5 of Spredeman. Comes back near side to Gabriel, who passes it through that near lane to his partner Moore. And Ryan, again, that big wide rock walk. Hueltner with a block, comes back to Moore. Flipping, dancing, tapping, and then misfiring on that one. Again, maybe got a little bit overamped on that particular possession.
The energy level is
Ooh, that bank shot towards the goal kept out by Gabriel.
Ryan Moore is drinking water, but he's 4 cups of coffee deep energy. Would you agree?
Again, Tony looking up at Tom. If Spredeman slows things down a little bit here. It comes back to that far side. That is such a dangerous shot where he rocks it, comes one way, and then finds that far corner. It's something as a goalie, you have to be looking for that in order to block it.
You could be as loud as you want. It's still 3-3. So, I mean, we're going to probably be in a nail biter here, Jim.
Taken away here by Moore. Ryan's getting a lot of possessions, and that is dangerous for the team of Spredeman and Hueltner. Moore slams it home near side. It's 4-3. Ryan's so good at reading the defense. Team on the right really coming out with energy. Nice pickup here by Tony.
That's a plan. That's that planned little brushy thing we've been seeing from Europe.
Tony takes his time, trying to come back down the middle, blocked by Gabriel. Quick left hook, blocked by Moore. Erik,
Couple of fake.
we'll call timeout.
That's their second timeout.
You know, it's difficult when you're playing against Ryan Moore when he's like this. He's loud, and even on the table, he is so aggressive and demonstrative.
He's a huge dude. I want you guys, if you want to see what's happening here, I want you to YouTube Mike Tyson's greatest knockouts. Now, what happens is Mike Tyson would wreck you in the first round.
Yeah.
He would just throw, but if you can get past that first round,
Yep.
you had a shot.
That's right.
That didn't happen until later on.
Didn't know where you were going, but
Yeah.
the analogy works. Put back into play by Hueltner, just looking to clear it, just looking to get it into the hands of his partner, Spredeman. And Tony tried to go through the lane, blocked by Moore.
What you're trying to do right now is survive Ryan's initial first round
The
onslaught.
flurry. Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Good stuff, Mark.
I don't know.
Spredeman, hoping to not get his ear bitten off as he fires it home to that far side to make it 4-4.
This is where the rubber hits the road right here.
Moore. Weaving, tic-tacking. We'll call timeout. 4-4 here in the first.
Let go.
What a great time out there. He's not just an over-energized bunny that's going to shoot a 5-bar shot to win the first game. He still wants to make the good pass.
Yeah.
He still wants to make the smart shot. He's controlled fury is a dangerous thing for Ryan.
And he's also, despite everything, has always been rather self-aware on the table. And he understands that all of this is a bit of a show. And when it comes down to it, there are certain things that are going to work and certain things that aren't. Again, they'll put the ball back into play on the 5. Ryan tried to go along the wall, blocked by Tony through the lane. And Ryan is able to scoop it up, and he'll set it up looking to win game number 1. Moore. There's Erik out there to make the block, but couldn't grab the rebound. Another chance here for Moore to win game number 1. Ryan. Strokes it home to that far side.
He's shooting the deep corners, Jim. With
1
all
game to
kinds of
nothing.
movement, all kinds. So watch it.
It looks like we are switching sides for the first time this weekend as Ryan Moore and Kane Gabriel celebrate a first game win.
All that ball movement, all that activity in shooting the deep corners. Amazing stuff. And, you know, for the most part, with a few exceptions, Kane and Erik didn't see the ball much. It was a forward-dominated match.
As you would kind of expect it to be when you're talking about these two guys, 2 of the top 10 players in the history of the American Tour, 2 of the top 5, 2 of the top 3 players in the history of tornado foosball in particular.
So Ryan is embracing this villain thing. He's been saying stuff. He's chatting. You better watch it, man. That has a ceiling, and maybe you can get Tony's head a little bit. Maybe you can, but if Tony just decides to, because I did an interview, the Pandemonium interview with Tony about a week ago, man, and you give Tony the wrong gasoline, he's going to torch you. He's absolutely going to make you pay. we talked about this. These are two of the greatest foosball and tornado champions of all time. They have tons of history together. They've fought battles against each other. This is an amazing final to be watching this evening.
Ryan Moore, Kane Gabriel leading 1-0. It's the Open Doubles Final here at the 2024 ITSF Tornado World Series, the inaugural World Series on Tornado.
Check out that timer.
It's a great shot there.
Great
Good job,
shot.
guys. As we
Foosball
get
TV
game
here.
number 2 underway. Tony Spredeman will put it into play and quickly advance it along that outside wall. Spredeman sets it up and goes with a quick one here to make it 1-0. Didn't take much time. He set it, flipped it, scored it.
Interesting switch here. I wonder if it's for 5-bar look. I didn't think Erik blocked Ryan that badly. Maybe he, in his mind, he did.
Yeah, well, Ryan had a lot of possessions in that opening game. Tony hoping to reverse that. That's Erik up there to make the block and take it away and bring Tony back to forward. That's kind of a interesting switch early on here.
You know, you mentioned it in another match, Jim. One of the worst switches for a 5-bar offender is when the defenses switch on you, because you get used to a timing and cadence. You build a narrative, I'm going to do this, and then you get a different 5-bar defense. You're like, what?
Yeah,
What
I
here?
don't know what to do. What do I do? I have to start over.
Yeah.
Tony stepping back into the forward position will put it into play.
No. You said 10 seconds. You didn't get a final time.
We didn't get a final.
Yeah. Come on, man.
You're messing with Tom Yor. And Tom Yor's not to be trifled with either. He's going to get annoyed with that stuff.
Spredeman trying to bounce that one through the lane. Rebound comes back to Hueltner. Again, what you can do oftentimes to diffuse this sort of thing is take a lot of time. Take 15 seconds here, Erik.
Right. Deflate all that energy.
Let him work. Let him work defensively for a while. Erik sends that one wide of the goal. Rebound picked up here by Gabriel, who will set up the push shot. And the pass through that near lane.
His push is one of the best.
Moore comes back, kind of angled that one in. Let's see what happened here. As he walked it.
Went off a man.
Yeah.
He's
It's 1-1.
He's on full blast right now.
Spredeman. Rocking. No tapping, no walking. He just rocks and then try to go down the middle, blocked by Gabriel, who will put it back into play, even at 1 here in game number 2. 1-0 lead for Ryan Moore and Kane Gabriel. Gabriel tried to bring it down the middle, and Tony makes him pay as he blocks it back into the goal with a 5-row.
That's dangerous. Like shooting over the middle with Tony is always risky.
Very few players ever have had success doing that. Got to kind of work the edges when you're going up against Tony.
Ryan, one of the few actually that.
Yeah.
And don't put it past Ryan to take a shot on the 2-bar at some point.
Gabriel will set up the push here, and it's taken away and grabbed beautifully by Tony, who goes into the pull kick to make it 3-1. What a play by Spredeman as he grabs it and goes with a pull kick, which he's feeling pretty comfortable with. Having shot it in Classic earlier, along the wall goes Ryan. Looking to cut the lead to 1. More shooting against Hueltner. Aggressively walking it. And slamming it back down the middle. It's 3-2.
There it is.
Goes Ryan.
Ryan just wants an opportunity to crush that ball from the 2-bar, and he is a terror from the 2-bar. One of the greatest.
Also one of the great defensive goalies, and has proven that he can defend Tony better than anybody. So you always have that weapon available to you.
He's one of the greatest 2-bar shooting foozers of all time.
Bring that one back down the middle, went wide of the goal. Hueltner with a rebound. Erik just looking to clear it, but it's taken away by Gabriel, who will call timeout. Bring Ryan back to forward.
Yeah, you might see. Well, first of all, there have been few shooting goalies like Ryan Moore in the history of foosball. You think of Billy Pappas, you think of Ryan Moore. You don't really think of him this way, with the same overall ability, but never the frequency as like Tyler Fredo has all the ability, but never the frequency. These guys score in flurries. And Ryan gets back there to shoot one. Everyone expects him to put a hard one on goal.
You do, yeah. You almost expect him to score. I mean, you'd be surprised when he doesn't. Ball put back into play by Ryan, who returns to forward, trailing 3-2 here in the second. Try to go along the wall, knocked down by Tony. It hops up into the air. Both players hustle after it. It's Hueltner who picks up the rebound. Shot down the middle by Erik on goal. Gabriel now in possession. Going to go back down the middle. Nope, going to set up. Nope, going to go with it. And the pass. Nicely done.
Point, man.
Ryan, who has shot it well so far. Strokes that one home near side. Boy, his ability to read while tapping and dancing and doing all the distraction stuff is still remarkable. It's 3-3 after 2 in a row for Moore and Gabriel, and Tony against Gabriel's 5. Passes down the middle. He'll shoot against Moore, who will give him that far side post-up defense. Nope, going to show just the standard. Tony says, all right, I'll take that far side. And he does. It's 4-3. So Tony now switching back defensively. Hueltner defending on the 5. Down the middle goes Ryan. He'll shoot against Tony. Looking to even it at 4 here in game 2. Moore. Fires it home. Down the middle.
Very, very fortuitous split.
Not a lot there to work with.
Look.
Kind of got it around Tony's man. Interesting. Went for the split. Tony seemed to be there, then wasn't. Or even at 4. Big ball here for Spredeman and Hueltner in particular, and that's Ryan back there defending. As Tony passes it through, sets it up. And calls timeout.
We won't mention what the remark was, but it was enough to be a distraction to this table.
Who was it?
There was a distracting remark on the other side of that wall, and it was enough for everybody heard it, because you can't. It is quiet as a church in here. These people are so focused on this match.
Especially that man right there, who will put the ball back into play, shooting against Moore. Again, looking to even the matchup at 1 game apiece. Spredeman. Trying to come down the middle, blocked by Ryan. So Tony got a little giveaway shot. Spredeman strokes it home to that far side. Little fist pump from Tony. And we are even at 1 game apiece. Boy, Tony handled that possession beautifully as he drilled that far corner and then pumped the fist.
You gotta love that. Here's why you gotta love that, man. Villains need heroes, man, and the crowd's choosing who's their villain and who's their hero. And Ryan has self-identified as the villain in this, so people get to root. Some people love the villain, some people love the hero. And then this thing it reminds me of too. There's that scene in Rocky 1 where Rocky's getting his ass handed to him by Apollo Creed, and finally Rocky starts getting some shots in Apollo Creed, and the music changes, and it's a fight, right? It's a fight, and we got a fight here, a good one. Our great German friends here from Football TV have no idea what Rocky is.
Of course they
Google
do.
it, brother. Google it. I don't know. And they're dating myself, too. That movie came out in like 78. What movie did it come out? We weren't born yet.
1 game apiece here in this open doubles final here on table number 1. What a great day of table soccer it has been. We have had one great match after another, culminating with this one. Heavyweight battle for sure.
Kane Gabriel's been able to put some great passes
Yep.
on Ryan's 3-bar. Erik's been able to clear a little bit here and there. I don't want to forget about them or reduce them, but they have been minor players in a more epic battle between Tony and
No doubt.
Ryan, would you say?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Ryan Moore, Kane Gabriel won the first one. Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner come back to win game number 2. Crowd completely into it. And this beautiful finals area. Just as nice of a pit area, finals area as we have ever seen here in America, at least in a very long time.
And Tom, you're still awake. You can see him. He's awake.
Is he?
He's
Of course he
conscious.
is.
He's conscious. Check him out.
Tom is such a good referee, he could do it in his sleep. As we get game number 3 underway. Ryan Moore sticking it through the lane. Ryan timeout. No score here in game 3. And he calls that Johnny Horton timeout.
That Johnny Horton timeout is a ball one timeout. And I've seen that ball one. I've seen the first point score timeout where he scores a point and he says, game over. Makes it 1-0 and walks away for like 2 minutes and comes back. Those are hilarious too, man. That's
Horton,
that's
of
a villain
course,
stuff.
Horton a villain, but always the showman.
And Ryan, not always the villain, but, often the showman.
He'll put the ball back into play.
Whoa.
Ryan shooting against Erik Hueltner for the early lead here in game 3. Shot attempt blocked by Erik up into the air, and he keeps it out and knocks it off.
Yeah, people have chosen who the heroes are.
So Hueltner coming up big, opening up game 3. Every ball seems immense right now. Tony, that little European bounce to a brush to the center man. He'll set it up against Gabriel, looking to strike first here in game 3. Spredeman fires it home to that far side.
Steady.
But Tony,
Yep.
just rocking, still continuing not to really walk it and tap it the way he usually does. Going with the rock series, finds that deep far corner to make it 1-0. Nice brush up pass here by Ryan.
That was pretty.
And for Erik Hueltner, if you're defending Ryan Moore, you really don't want to react to him. You want to be able to just mix up what you're doing, bait and switch, and you almost ignore what Ryan's doing. That shot down the middle by Hueltner.
And he's staying in a dead man post to the pull side. That's the bumper against the wall and challenging him to time the other hole.
Too much behind that pass down the middle from Ryan. Tony able to grab it on the 5. Bounces it off the man, angling into the goal. So a pass and a break for Spredeman and Hueltner. It's 2-0, but back comes Ryan. Now, Hueltner has done a nice job opening up this third game defensively, daring Ryan to hit that dead man near side if he can. And he does. Right. Hueltner came off just enough to allow Ryan to get it through.
We've filtered it down to sound effects from Ryan. Ryan is now like Super Mario Brothers or something.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
Pookie Pookie, I think is what he said. Pookie.
Spredeman able to pick it up off the back wall. Will set it up against Gabriel once again. Tony trying to bring it back down the middle, and of course Tony makes a beautiful grab to get another possession. Not sure there are many other players who would have been able to do that and get another chance and then take advantage of it. He makes the save, he makes the grab, he sets it up, and he hits that corner for a 3-1 lead. And a timeout called here by Spredeman.
So Tony was at the Bonzini World Series.
Yes.
Did have an incredibly difficult time adjusting from that table to this table. But you imagine after all these matches you build up to this. Singles was not really, he didn't really play well in singles at all because of the adjustment. He actually was shooting a pull kick in that event. But you imagine that the transition or the adjustment from that table, because those are wildly different tables.
They're very different. And the other thing is you spend 4 days in France playing Bonzini, right? And the way Tony is, he's going to play and he's going to play and play and play so that he can get to a point where he can be competitive. And then at the end of the weekend, he is so locked into Bonzini that then to come here, even on his home table, would be a difficult transition. And that's what makes these multi-table players so amazing. Ryan goes through that high lane. Again, unpredictable on the 5. He'll set it up against Hueltner, who has been solid here in this third game. Ryan looks for the hole and finds it. It's 3-2.
Stuff him, Ryan.
If he gets a ball and he crushes one.
Back comes Tony against Gabriel. He'll shoot against Ryan. Ryan always has the most success with that post-up defense. We haven't seen a lot of it here so far. Daring Tony to go near side. Tony comes back far side. So kind of a double bait there.
This is the danger with Ryan. He just so scary back here.
Everybody on the edge of their seat. As Ryan sets it up, trying to bring it back down the middle. Tony with the steal. Those quick hands allow him to make the catch on the 3. Spredeman. And again, posting up is Moore. In the bank. And the slingshot stolen by Spredeman. Tony. To the far side, and Ryan keeps him out.
This may be one too many opportunities for Ryan, frankly.
Think he's due?
We'll see. Tuck.
Yes.
Short side.
It's 3-3. As Mark Torres said, the tuck.
That was more of the short side effort, but it was the last thing you would have thought. I mean, it was great, right?
3-3 here in the third. It's been a good one so far. Gabriel looking to steal it, but eventually it does end up on the 5 of Tony once again. Spredeman hard along the outside wall.
That pass is so sick.
Tony's quick shot taken away by Ryan. That's 4 blocks in a row from Moore. And he mixed in a score as well. Moore. That one up the table, grabbed on the 3-rod by Gabriel, who will call timeout and bring Ryan back to forward.
You can't underestimate the amount of pressure that Ryan puts on you just standing back there, because you got to tell yourself, you're telling yourself, if I don't score this freak of nature is going to get this ball and be shooting on me, and it puts a whole nother dimension of stress when you're shooting on him. He makes you second guess because you're like, man, you feel like it's a 4-4 must-win shot, or he's going to put a point on you, and he does it like 30% of the time. It feels like, right?
Back to forward comes Ryan Moore. Put it into play against Hueltner. Moore shot down the middle, blocked and taken away by Erik. Everybody takes a breath. Up the table, that one's going to spin back to Gabriel.
His push is lethal.
Oh, the pass
The
again.
passing, yeah. And it's so lethal, the passes work.
Another block by Hueltner. But another possession for Ryan. Moore. And again down the middle, and again Hueltner not giving it to him. Shot down the middle by Erik on goal. Rebound ground by Kane Gabriel. 3-3 here in the third. One game apiece. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. What a battle here on table number 1.
Now you can tell. I mean, his defense is really poised. But he
great
is
grab by Tony.
Erik is firing that ball within 4 seconds every time.
Yeah. Now shooting against Gabriel. Spredeman. Stokes it home near side. 4-3.
Ready? What a timeout? You have one, they're out. Okay. Ready.
They burned that.
4-3 lead for Spredeman and Hueltner. When Ryan was back there, he'd blocked him 4 times in a row. But Tony is able to get through Gabriel for the lead, but back comes Ryan. He's got to go corner here, right? Tries to try to come near corner. Hueltner made the block, but couldn't grab the rebound, giving Ryan another opportunity here. Moore. What a job by Erik Hueltner. Careful there, Erik. That is Ryan Moore on the defensive.
If you were to time these are all within 5 seconds. It's kind of like he is feeling the pressure, or he'd sit on it for an extra second.
Gabriel. And a turnover here, grabbed by Tony, who can give his team a 2-1 lead, and he does. As he gets it, he flips it, he scores it. And Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner just a game away from the World Series championship here in Dallas.
And you see that little flippy shot, and you remember that is highly calculated. He's seen him come off, back on. So the best time to get someone was when they're leaving the hole. When they're leaving the hole, it's hard for them to get back. And Tony he saw it, he read it, he understood it, and he immediately hit
he's
it.
very selective when he uses that, which is why it works about 90% of the time. Because when he uses it at the right time, and he did so there, and it's now 2-1. Credit Erik Hueltner with some great defense against Moore down the stretch there in that game.
And I could be critical of how quickly he's getting rid of the ball, but it's working. I mean, it's not like he hasn't got stuffed and he hasn't turned too many over, but he is getting rid of that ball pretty quickly. It's within 5 seconds, he's going every time.
2-1 lead for Ryan Moore, for Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner. Ryan Moore, Kane Gabriel will now move back to the left side of the table as they look to stay alive in this open doubles final.
I had the feeling that if they would have scored that, made it 4-4, Ryan was going to go back there. They had no timeouts left, so he was going to be back there for good.
And I think he's fine with that, yeah. because he feels like he can block Tony every time, and of course, always a lethal weapon offensively.
Right. So after the hot start and all the noise, which I appreciate because it's fun, it's still a 2-1 lead for
That's
Tony
right.
Spredeman.
But you kind of figured that. And, you know, Tony and Erik have an understanding that these matches are long. It's 5 games, right? So you withstand the early flurries. You know it's not going to be sustainable necessarily. So you just do your thing. You stay focused. And right now they're up 2-1 and just a game away from the championship. And Ryan can't connect on the pass, opening up game number 4. Gabriel with the rebound.
We'll see if Gabriel stays with this push. Looking for the zone breakers. Once he stops, well, there's the bank.
And it results in a possession for Tony. That quick one near side. Gabriel got a man on it. The 2 forwards hustle after it in midfield. It's Ryan who comes out of the scrum with the ball. And that quick wall pass by Ryan gets him a possession and a chance to score first. But again, Hueltner not giving up the straight.
Erik is on him. Look at that look.
Ryan stands up straight, looks at Erik, and Erik says, it doesn't matter. I'm not paying attention to you. I am simply focused on blocking, and that's 5 or 6 in a row. Tony coming back through the high lane. Spredeman. Hammers it home near side. It's 1-0.
We love that about Erik, too. You don't get the impression Erik is afraid
Not at all.
of his 3-bar.
Ryan, that beautiful wall pass.
Oh, we're
Going to the
switching.
pull shot. Always got to watch the John Wayne. Moore. Tried to go standard straight. Blocked by Hueltner, who was not going to give up the Wayne. Does that mean the split's open? Nope, because Erik's there. Erik Hueltner putting on a defensive clip. And you saw him look across at him right there. Wow. A great job by Hueltner.
Yeah.
Erik will put it back into play. Fire that one down the middle. Blocked by the 5 of Ryan. And then sent off the outside wall by Hueltner up into the air and off the table.
I wouldn't know where this ball goes. And it's not just because I don't know
You
the
have to go with
rules.
last possession. Yeah, it'll go to Gabriel here.
Like a possession arrow in basketball?
No.
That's what I mean.
And that one up the table, off a man, off the wall, and in for Gabriel. Kane sends it down the middle. It's a couple of men on the way in. It's 1-1. Boy, Moore and Gabriel needed that one.
Oh,
And that pass attempt gets through. Hueltner could
Tony
not hold on to it. Didn't have much of a chance really to grab it. It results in a possession for Ryan, who will dance with it. Try to go straight on that pull shot. He'll reset, fake the John Wayne. And stroke it down the middle.
It wasn't even there.
It's 2-1.
You gotta look at that replay.
I guess sometimes stating the obvious is humorous, right? Look at the replay.
Suppose so.
We're looking at the replay. We're forced to, my friend. It's there for us to look at. The blazer, dude. That was a blazer. Ooh, that was a spray. Split. Just like that. They may have a 4-1 lead here. Not yet.
Moore and Gabriel leading 3-1 here in the 4th. Again, the clear results in a possession for Moore. Ryan. There's the John Wayne. Can't come off at all, or else Ryan will find the hole with the Wayne. It's 4-1. Looks like we could very well be headed to a 5th game. Shot down the middle by Hueltner on goal. Picked up by Gabriel. And this one's stolen away by Tony. But Gabriel gets a man on it, and now Ryan with a chance to send it to a fifth game, and he does. Ryan Moore, Kane Gabriel respond in game number 4. A couple of John Waynes from Moore. And we are headed to the fifth game, one final game to decide who will be the 2024 Open Doubles champions here at the Tornado World Series in Dallas, Texas.
You look at that shot there, and Kane and Ryan look like they're coming from a Kid Rock concert, and Erik and Tony look like they're coming off a fishing trawler in Alaska to play this thing, right? These guys are crabbing, and these guys are, partying.
Yeah.
And there they are at a foosball tournament, the Tornado World Series, baby, Open Doubles Championship.
There you see the crowd. There you see a whole bunch of cables behind them. That's us, folks. As I think nobody too disappointed that this one is going to a fifth game. I know those of you watching at home certainly, hopefully having a good time enjoying the coverage from Inside Foods and Foods TV.
It's the world's greatest shrimpers versus a Kid Rock festival, baby. We're partying right now. These are machines, man. These are the best of the best right now. So we're talking about 5 rounds of qualifying into elimination rounds, playing against the top teams.
You did the last match. I got one.
You asked me to give it to you, baby.
I got one ball.
As soon as you ask me to give it to you, 'cause that's what I do.
10 seconds.
They're talking about the one ball availability,
Yeah.
but they're also, I think, Tony's got to put it all together right now.
Here we go. One game to decide the champions. It's Tony will put it into play quickly, trying to go along the wall, stolen away by Moore, who has been successful with the switch to the pull shot so far. Ryan. John Wayne and Hueltner says no to that one. Tony through the lane. Now his first opportunity to give his team the lead here in game 5. Spredeman fires it home far side.
Ready?
Moore can't connect on the pass. He comes back up the table. There's a jar right in the middle of it. See where he awards the ball to the 3 rod of Tony.
That was fair.
Hold on 1 second. Why did what happens on the second jar?
It's the second jar.
Okay, I was just making sure there was no rule if I jar too many times you get a technical or something.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
Too many times, yes.
How many? Third?
Play. Tony.
Okay, I just wanted to know why. I never heard first jar.
Let's play.
Ryan knew the answer, by the
Yeah.
way, to the question.
20 years playing, he's never heard first jar before.
So Tony will put it into play after the call, the correct call from Tom Yor. Spredeman trying to come near side, blocked and taken away by Gabriel. 1-0 lead here in the 5th game for Spredeman and Hueltner. Sent along the inside wall, and the left hook from Spredeman.
Look at that thing, man. Look at that thing.
Just when you least expect it,
That's a thing of
he
beauty, man.
unleashes that left hook from the far side. It's 2-0 in favor of Spredeman and Hueltner, and Moore will call time out.
I've played Tony a couple times now, and he's a human calculator, man. In spite of the metal rock and all that stuff, there's no correlation between that and the way he approached. I mean, he's a calculator. He's taking all this information in aggregate. He's creating a data pool. He knows that's there. He knows this is there. And when he puts it all together, he's unstoppable.
Ready?
Trailing 2-0. Moore will put the ball into play. Ryan will set it up eventually. Doesn't get a great set, a better set here, and then try to go down the middle. That was a lot of time to take setting it up. Moore strokes it.
One for the money.
That is a crunchy
Where'd
split,
this one
man.
go? Let's see,
It was a
behind or
split.
between?
Between.
Still don't know, even after the replay.
I think it was between. It was a little crunchy, very square split.
Yeah, it was certainly a split attempt, no doubt. It's now 2-1. Erik Hueltner tried to come down the middle, blocked and taken away by Moore. Do you stay home on the John Wayne here? Do you look split? You make the block here, as I think he was trying to go split. Didn't look like
No, it
the
went
full
long.
long.
I think it went long, even if he wasn't trying, but Erik just in the right spot.
Gabriel with the rebound, still 2-1 here in the 5th. Kane looking to pass. Tony there to intercept. And then brush it along the outside wall. Spredeman comes back to that far side. Gabriel stays home to make the block up into the air and off the table. And he has earned the right to put that ball back into play. What a battle here on table number 1. Hueltner setting it up here and then slices that one up the table. And if anybody's going to catch that pass, it's that man right there. Earning himself yet another possession and a goal as he strokes it home to that far side. What a great grab, following it up with that great shot. It is now 3-1. All right, if he scores this, I think they're switching. Let's see. A little tap down the middle. Is it going to occur to him? Watch this. Something a little different from Ryan. How did he know that would be there? It's 3-2. Now Ryan's going to stay up there. Thought maybe he might in this situation get back there, but he'll stay there for now. And back along the wall goes Spredeman.
Tony talked about that pass. He loves that pass, especially against fast players because it keeps them off speed.
Tony will call timeout, leading 3-2 here in the 5th game.
I think they're talking about the switch right here. Because, you know.
I think Ryan wants to empower his partner. I think they discussed it briefly, but he wants to empower his partner to stay back there and defend, which I do find a little bit surprising. Gabriel, of course, though, an outstanding goalie.
One apiece. Ready?
Tony will put the ball back into play and set it up against Gabriel. And try to take it up far side. That one just wide of the goal, up into the air and off the table.
Ready? Yep.
Gabriel fires that one down the table on goal. Rebound all the way back the other way, picked up by Tony. And it's match point, championship point for Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner.
Ready? Yes.
Beautiful tic-tac wall pass by Moore. Ryan. Again, tried that same shot. Hueltner not going to give it up 2 times. Moore strokes it home.
Give me one more.
That's a
Long pull shot from Ryan Moore, and they've cut the lead to 1. It's 4-3. But it's championship point for Spredeman and Hueltner. Oh, and a turnover back to Moore.
This will go into overtime, Jim, if he scored this point.
Ryan strokes it home down the middle. It's 4-4.
Now it's win by 2 to 8.
Quick ones in a row from Ryan Moore and Kane Gabriel. Picked off the outside wall by Hueltner. Wow, that was a quick turnaround, just when it looked like Spredeman and Hueltner. We're going to pull it out. Moore and Gabriel have tied it up. And Ryan now with a chance to give his team the lead.
That wall pass is nasty.
Moore, that shot down the middle, blocked and
Grab.
grabbed nicely by Hueltner.
The toenail grab. You can't cut your toenails.
That's right.
You don't get that one.
Ryan couldn't grab the rebound. Hueltner in possession. Who is going to make the big play? Remember, it's 4-4 here in the 5th. It is win by 2 with a ceiling of 8. Tony able to rattle that one through. Spredeman fires it home near side. It is championship again, point again for Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner after that one. Ryan can't connect on that wall pass. Hueltner.
Erik has not scored yet. Is this his moment?
be a timeout here. Oh, Tony wanted one. Erik was looking to clear it real quickly. Tony wants him to call a timeout. Erik tried to send it down the middle.
Erik, his blocking has been incredibly composed. His shooting has just been every 3 seconds, man.
Saw Tony there thinking maybe there should have been a call. It's Gabriel. Oh, beautiful pass near side to Moore. Ryan looking to even it at 5 here in game 5. Strokes it home.
Could we have asked for anything more than this, Jim?
It's 5-5.
This is one for the ages, man. The first
Great final.
Tornado World Series.
5-5 in the 5th as Tony tried to go along the wall. Gabriel with a nice save. Kane fires it on goal, scooped up by Moore on the rebound. Moore. It's championship point for Ryan Moore and Kane Gabriel after Ryan again with a pull shot, hammering it home.
That looks like Sasquatch.
Yeah, come on, baby. What's up?
That laughter, because the replay, the laughter on the replay was.
No matter what. That's what I said.
He actually looked like
6-5 lead for Ryan Moore and Kane Gabriel here in the 5th game. It is championship point for those two.
You're out. They have one. Set.
Ready.
There's Tony bouncing it and then brushing it through that lane to the middleman. We'll look to even it at 6. Spredeman shot far side and the rebound up the. Oh, look at that ball spin away. Tony with a quick left hook. Hold on.
Hold on. So is the one before. Let him make a call. No.
Going to award that to the 5 of Ryan Moore.
Why?
Yeah, what is that? It was like
Why does it go there instead of here, though? Because we jarred it from this rod. Why does it go here?
It was in the neutral zone.
so the one that was over there earlier.
the one that was on the
But
free
this
roll.
one did.
How about that
That
one?
one did.
Tom Yor's going to just say,
Play right here.
yep. Tom's going to just say, shut up.
Hold on. I had a chance to get it. It was
yeah,
coming
and
into my
End
area.
of story.
But after that, I couldn't do it.
Ball's there. Jar. You both have one jar.
Come on.
Ball's there. Let's play.
My ball. I got one timeout.
You have one. You're out.
Good. Ready?
Ball awarded to Ryan on the 5. He'll put it back into play, leading 6-5 here in game 5. That pass attempt knocked down by Tony. Ooh, could not quite grab it on the 3. Gabriel, shot attempt blocked by Spredeman. That shot down the middle, back towards the goal, kept out by Kane. And then the pass attempt. Beautiful pass. Maybe Ryan wasn't quite ready for it. Off the inside wall by Hueltner, but a rebound grab by Moore with a chance to win it right here. Looking to win the 2024 Open Doubles Championship here at the Tornado World Series. Ryan Moore will first call time out.
I can't even say anything, man. It's just so much going on, dude. So much theatrics and energy and all the things, man.
It's on Erik Hueltner to keep it alive here as Ryan will set up the pull shot for the win. Moore. That shot attempt blocked by Hueltner. Back up the other way. Gabriel with the rebound. Kane tried to come down the middle, blocked by Tony's 3. And then the pass attempt kept out by Hueltner, but grabbed again beautifully by Moore. Ryan. It's either a long or a wane. It's the wane for the win. Ryan Moore and Kane Gabriel defeat Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner in 5 games, 7-5 in the 5th, as they become the inaugural Open Doubles champions at the Tornado World Series.
What an exciting, energetic play. Look at Tony, gracious in defeat.